Mark, do you think the corporate world, having sprouted this climate change, zero emission energy crap, might realise that they better stick to their knitting and make a quid for their shareholders?
Well, Alan, if they realise that they're never going to say it, they are absolutely terrified of the LGBT and the whatever and the climate change activists. They're terrified of people, protesting outside their shareholder meetings.
Amazing.
They're absolutely terrified that someone will come in and sit in their foyer and all that sort of thing. I've had some direct experience of. I used to do a bit of work, a little bit of writing for banks, and if I wandered into something that wasn't accepted material, oh wow, no, we can't have that.
Yes, I know. I know. It's everywhere. You're quite right. Cowardice is everywhere. I mean, you cite the lobby group Wind Europe, which in January declared that orders for new wind turbines in Europe fell by 47% last year compared with the previous year. Yes. Revenue hasn't kept pace with costs. And the same's true in Australia, isn't it? As you say, investment collapsed in the second half of 2022. And then you make the telling point, because we've been fed this diet of renewable energy nonsense for years. And as you say, I quote your words, quote, decades of talk about renewable energy and investment in all sorts of wild and wonderful projects, and these are the key words, has barely shifted the dial on renewable energy's contribution.
That's right, yes.
Mark,
that's right. And this is...
when are they going to wake up?
And that fact is quite well known. And here we're talking about the total energy tasks, which includes your petrol in your car, your trucks, and gas for heating and gas for industrial uses, all that sort of thing. But the focus has always been on electricity generation, right? But that's only part of the energy story. And if you add up all that energy use, right, and then look at what wind and solar is contributing, it's a tiny part, a few percent.
No hope. I mean, but why have a taxpayer-funded energy market operator allegedly advising the government, showing that in the last 12 months, about 70% of electricity came from black and brown coal plants? Now, they've got this information. How are Bowen and Keane and co going to turn all of this around by 2030?
Well, their simple answer is they're not. They have to change direction. It's not a matter of reality changing direction. It's a matter of them changing direction, or that picture behind you with all the lights and the Sydney Opera House lit up and the buildings. That's not going to be so bright. We're going to have to start not turning on lights.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't get this. You and I must be completely stupid. I mean, the International Energy Agency, there are any number of authorities, has said, despite all the talk about net zero emissions worldwide, according to the International Energy Agency, wind, solar and biomass collectively amounted, this is the International Energy Agency, to a few percent, it's about 3%, of the total energy task. Look, finally, Mark, what future do we have while governments and environmentalists not only discourage fossil fuel industries, but virtually ban them? What is our future?
Look, our future is going to be, we'll have to sit in the dark for extended periods, perhaps up to, perhaps for several days, while we listening to our battery-operated radios and listening to the ABC or someone, battery-operated radios, and activists telling us that, look, renewables are the answer to everything, and it's just simply
frightening.
reality that's got it wrong.
I know.